welcome back to the WEC. Here's the starting grid for today's race. Versio is on pole for Minor Baptist in P2. Zach Wallace is third from Lamfong in fourth. Damian Castro is fifth from Daniel Boxarov in the BMW. Jens also the Volkswagen seventh, followed by Felix Weber, JD Fenter, David Sarkiera, UK Ball, Sebastian Ocampo, Carlos Eduardo, P13 from Max Adelaide, Tyree, Tom Dock, Livery, Dominic DiBenedetto, Bob 2's Ultra Pro, and Thierry Headley. So here we are, the 25% of Silverstone is 5 lights away. And we go racing in Silverstone, the home of British motorsport. We have got 13 laps ahead of us, and Verstio's got a perfect start for AF Corsa. In the car number 2, he is leading from Wallace, Castro, and Olsen. Olsen's had a rapid start. Ultra gets a 5-second penalty, and he did make his way from P19 to P13 there momentarily. It's been an incredible start for the Porsche driver. However, that penalty is going to be a very big player, and where he comes at the end of this race, as down the inside goal time, it's an incredible move. It's a brilliant move, but it was daring as Ocampo gets a penalty in the Gulf for causing a collision. Versio continues to lead as Wallace is on the threat from Castro. Into Cop's corner, down the inside, Castro takes second place off of Wallace. As they have been fighting around that corner, Cop's corner, a corner where you have to be really brave to make a move at, and he has just went ahead and done a move at it. Huge props to him, well done. As you came on P7 on the inside line, trying to defend Daniel Boxarov, who's putting the pressure on already at this stage of the race. We're only early in as well, so positions are important. The BMWs, they make contact. The Boxarov has a penalty for what reason I do not know, but there are yellow flags in that final sector. A struggle on pace is Thierry Headley and Eduardo. But you see Eduardo miles back behind the pack there, as is blatantly obvious. Versio currently having a huge lead. However, Castro still managed to clinch DRS, so that was a very lucky thing for the Aston Martin. Also in lap 2 of 13 here in Silverstone, you see 72% on Carlos Eduardo's car. His car was not good. Now there are a few drivers on mediums, we've got 6 on them. It's Wallace, Olsen, Fenter, Adelaide, Ocampo, and Eduardo. Of course, Wallace and Olsen top of them guys on the mediums, being 3 and 4 in the race. They are showing incredible pace, especially Olsen in the Volkswagen, who does not seem to have good pace this entire WEC season. With 3 out of 7 races in. So could this be the turning point for the Volkswagen team? Well, especially for Jensen Olsen, who's obviously had them struggles all season long. As Castro, he is right behind Versio. Wallace set to fast lap the race. All times quicker than the one that was set by Damian Castro, I think it was. Either Castro or Versio. As Ocampo fastest in the third sector. The Gulf down to P18. DiBenedetto in the Volkswagen, who won the German Grand Prix back in Formula 1. He is following Adelaide and will be looking to get a move at some point. Only 3 tenths are separating the top 2, and only 6 tenths separating the top 3. 1 second separating the top 4. This race is close. As into Cop's corner, Wallace takes the lead off the 25% of Silverstone. The Alpine leads the race from Versio and Damian Castro, who are still alongside each other. Now Castro does not get ahead of Baxter Beckett. So that's allowing Wallace to pull away as Versio's tyres are going off. That's how bad they are. You can expect the people on the softs to come in very shortly, and people on the mediums to be fired up, because this pace is what these guys need. As the 44 of Jensen Olsen comes round the final corner at Club and takes P3 as Castro pits, as well as someone else. That is livery in the air. Of course, they're going on to the hards. Daniel Bogusarov also comes in. Tyree comes in. Ultra comes in. It is chaos in the pits. And Tyree's been held up so much. As livery is going to get out hassle-free, I think. And yeah, he is. He's hassle-free out the pits. As we're on lap 4:13 now, while still leading, showing the hards have the pace. I'm sorry, they're mediums. They're nothing like hards. As there's charger issues at the moment are causing this lag. And the Volkswagen on the AF course and down the inside into cops. Olsen takes P2. And that there is a perfect maneuver. The mediums are, they need to go long. Now I can predict people on mediums may be on for a possible 3-stop strategy. Same for those on the softs. If you're going for hard to start the race, which literally no one has, you do a 2-stop. So that means if you're a medium, there's still a chance of a 2-stop realistically. As long as hards are your next tire. Yeah, well, around the final corner into club, stays out. Olsen also staying out. Olsen is pushing. He is going to be pushing for the lead. If he hits on the hards, he'll do a 1-stop. Same thing for Wallace. Just clear, the mediums have got a long lifespan. Davis Arquera, you've been on these tyres for the entire race. On them softs, 14%. They are going to puncture. I'm telling you that right now. They will be puncturing. As Ultra gets a track limits warning, Davis Arquera is going to be feeling a lot of pressure, especially with them tyres this lap. They will probably puncture by the end of it, so that is a bit of a risk for Toyota, keeping him out for so long. Also on the back of Wallace, that's 37% on their tyres, and that is a number which is pretty scary. JD Fenter in P3 right now, miles behind them guys. Was David Sergio P4 from Sebastian Ocampo, who did not have a good Hungarian Grand Prix at all, getting a puncture only one lap. Not even one lap, one turn of being on fresh tyres. Completely ruined his race. Verstier on P7 is following livery, and Tyre is just behind from Cable, Lam Fong and Daniel Bogusarov. Tom Dock is P13 from Felix Weber, and Magnus Ultrabo, Adelaide, Demento, Headley and Eduardo. So it's literally just the top 5 who not pit. But Wallace pits on the fresh tyres. Olsen does both of them on the hards. They're going for a 1-stop strategy as it seems. And Olsen, he jumps Wallace in the pits. Castro now leads the 25% of Spa-Francorchamps with a one hell of an undercut. But it's worked out nonetheless. The green Aston Martin is leading this race. When Fong couldn't win Le Mans, his teammate steps in Silverstone. It still may be 2 times less points than the Le Mans. Le Mans 2 times points, Silverstone regular points. But every point matters when you're Aston Martin. And for Alpine, they had a disaster. No points scored in Le Mans, and yet Tyree still lead the championship, and Alpine also still lead their championship as well. As Wallace goes down the inside of Jensen also to take P3, also drops P4. Livery's in this fight as well in the AF Corsa car. It's Volkswagen versus Alpine versus AF Corsa. As Wallace and Olsen still side by side. Volkswagen still waiting a good result this season, which they've not got. Olsen's left in the dust as Wallace gets DRS. Of course, it'll be their job to start catching up now as Castro seems to be struggling a little bit on the grip. So they're going to have to be pretty careful. Wallace going very deep there. Round the Vale chicane, round Club corner now. This should give Olsen an opportunity I much desperately needs after that mess up there by Wallace in the chicane. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like Castro's lead is starting to diminish. And stuff like this is obviously going to be threatening towards you on board with the Volkswagen driver again in this race. Of course, you just love to see the front battles that you see in the WEC, as well as still continuing to defend the 3rd place position. But yeah, something's definitely going on with them timings. I do feel Castro is starting to lose a little bit of time, as his tyres are going to start to wear out very shortly. Now Tyree leader on the medium tyre runners, he's going to be looking to extract the medium pace and then pit. Now what tyre did he pit onto? Probably another set of mediums, as Venter gets a penalty for causing a collision, and he's on the soft tyres down P14. He is the winner of the 2019 50% of Le Mans. Of course, being down P14 is not going to do anything good to your confidence, I can tell you that. As in Stowe corner, Venter will be looking to close into that gap, but when he comes into the pits next time around, he's not going to be happy. He's going to be extremely held up. It's into the pits comes Tyree and Tom Dock. Tyree onto mediums, as I said. Tom Dock going for mediums. Barbados getting a penalty, and yeah, he's going on the mediums as well. And Benedetto, as you could see, the Volkswagen Crew the medium tyres out there. Most Tyree's been a clean stop for him. Onto fresh mediums, they should go at the end of the race. However, it's going to be a little bit tight. So another pit stop may be required down at Alpine for this driver. As yeah, Castro's lead is definitely diminishing. It's going down and down by the lap. As you can see, before he was leading by around 3.5 seconds around the last lap, and now it's 2.3. Castro's under pressure, and you can certainly see it. So this is Versteel's time to try and push in, but while he's pushing into Castro, Wilson also are pushing into him. So we may be seeing an interesting fight on our hands here, as the 36 is right ahead of the 44. The 44 is just on the 36 as Versteel picks up a penalty for the track limits. Of course, messing up there. Lap 9 as 13 begins. But 5-second penalty there for Versteel. It's gonna be bad to hit. It's gonna really affect him in the race results in the end. I can certainly tell you that one. As Tyree gets some 2 warnings on track limits, Fender pits for the second time this race on the medium tyres. Dacia pull him in. The 2 warnings for track limits on to Benedetto, who goes up into P19, leaving the Le Mans winner down in dead last. Look at P1 all the way down to P15 on hard tyres. Hard tyres seem to be a very common second tyre choice in these races. Like when you pit, you typically put on the hards because of their simple endurance life. They last so long. Yeah, here are Versteel on Castro. He needs to minimise the damage of the penalties, so to do that, he's going to have to move up some places up the field. So this will be his perfect time to do it. As Castro's staying out the pits, same for Versteel. Olsen was obviously there staying out. But also it is in P3, and I did not see that one. But Versteel already right on Castro, fighting the Canadian driver. It's Brazil on Canada. Now which one will come out on top? Well, we'll find out at the end of this battle. It's going to result in either Castro defending successfully or Versteel successfully attacking, which looks like it's what it's going to be. And Versteel has got DRS at the inside line, but it's not worked out. He's compromised his own line. Olsen's on the back of him. And as you can see here, the grip, it's really worked out for Olsen. Almost fully slowing down, but he couldn't do it. He didn't do that. He didn't want to do it. Olsen now leads at 25% of Spa-Francorchamps. So 3.5 laps to go. Now this is a position in the way that Olsen's just never seen himself in, like legitimately on the track. And it must be an incredible feeling, but you can't celebrate too early because Wallace in P4 is one of the guys who hit the same lap as him. All it takes is for Wallace to be able to just push like mad, and he will be on the back of Wilson in no time. We'll have to see what happens though. As in the pits comes Olsen and Wallace, because it's intermediates. They're going on to inters, and the rain is falling in Silverstone. And now it's going to leave Castro and Versio losing a lot of time as they can struggle to get around this lap. The drivers who do not pit now are under serious pressure. They're going to lose way too much time. The rain is falling quickly, as in typical fashion of Silverstone. It's typical of Britain to be pouring down like this out of nowhere, and it's exactly what's happened, as Ultra is going from fresh softs, bear in mind, save for Campo, but he's going up mediums. They're going on to inters. Ultra freshly picked softs. He actually hit to take just the lap after, same for Campo, but he hit onto onto mediums, like I said. Also, no, he seems to be losing a little bit of time to Davian Castro and Versio, who are there out in front, and I think they're finally gaining that time back. Olsen, forcing Eduardo to move along. Olsen takes P8. And of course, now it is just a race to get the check flag now, I guess. Now, yeah, Castro, he's staying out. Versio stays out. The drivers, they're staying out on track. Olsen only 10.9 seconds behind. I feel like you're mental if you don't pit at this stage. You're going to lose way too much time, as Wallace is on the back of Olsen at this stage now already. And through they go on livery. They have Corsa 8.3 behind Castro. And we're not done yet as yellow flags in the third sector. Heiner Bablis, who is on the inters, has hit the wall. Also to P4, Wallace is already on the attack, as Eduardo has something's happened to him. He's well on the grass because of it. And his pace completely gone out the car. 4 seconds separate him and Castro out in front. Castro and Versio went against pitting, and it has completely backfired on them. And there we are, also is going to get by extremely easily. Wallace has been held up massively. Also now leads in Silverstone. Wallace is right with them. He gets past Versio, and he's going to get past Castro as well. Because both Versio and Lampfong, they've got penalties. Lampfong, another penalty for him as Versio got damage to his car. And yeah, 47%. He is going to crawl around the track even more than before. And despite the 10-second penalty on Lampfong, there is still a chance for him to get on the podium. And I still believe he's going to do it very, very easily. Here we are, also now leads on to the final lap of this race. Fenter, in P15, picks up another penalty. And what sort of places can Ultra make up? In his final lap, he's got a whole gaggle of hard tyre runners right there with him. And it looks like Lampfong may not end up stepping on the podium, but he had Ultra getting past Sarah Chiara. As already Fender is looking to get ahead of Sarah Chiara as well. Virtual safety car as Castro is out of the race. We can't see what happened to the car, but he was on the hards. And this is really going to be holding up Ultra as he's going to be losing a lot of time. Olsen leads by 6 seconds as he's heading in towards Cop's corner. Ultra will be hoping though that this BSC ends right now. And it is ending right now. So the Porsche just needs a good getaway and he can still score some good points for his team. Even though it just didn't look like it from where he started, down P19. But yeah, Ultra does take multiple positions up at the P7, which is incredible. But here we are, Olsen, one of the drivers who performed the worst this season. He's came into Silverstone, and here he is, round Vale, round Cup, Jensen Olsen in Volkswagen with the 25% of Silverstone. And Wallace will get P2, it's a solid drive for him. Lampfong gets P3 on the road, and for Daniel Bogdasarov, he will be hoping to get P3 due to Lampfong's penalty. And in the end, he does get it. Weber will also get promoted up at P14, and Babness will stay where he is. Ultrabro will not gain anything from Babness' penalty, I don't imagine. but it will be a solid P7 result for the Porsche driver. Fender gets P8 from Sebastian Ocampo, who will get promoted to P8. Fender drops to P9. Versio will not hold on to P10 though. It looks like it'll be UK Ball at the moment. We will get P10 to finish off the points. Just then, UK Ball, Livery, Adelaide, Headley, Sarkera, Eduardo, Tyree, Tom Dock, and Dominic De Benedetto. But yeah, those on the hards and mediums dry compounds have completely shot themselves in the foot in the end of all that. And across the line, De Benedetto finishes off the grid. And there we go. Well done, Jens Olsen, winning for Volkswagen. It's been an incredible race result for him. Zach Wallace gets P2 in the Alpine from Dino Boxar for BMW M Tech. It's an incredible race from all M3. The changeable conditions in the end of the race, so it gave some people incredible results. It gave others not so great results. It was clear though, going on the Inters was the right call, and those who did have really done well in this race. And with that, let's listen to the Norwegian national anthem. So Jens Olsen wins from Wallace and Boxar. That's your podium. Fong got demoted to P4, while we got 5th in the end of it actually. So P4, then Simon Fabulous, Ultra Sebastian Campo, JD Fenter, then UK Ball, who was leader of the drive runners, then his livery, Max Adelaide, Headley, Serkiera. Versio dropped from 10th to 5th due to the penalty, which is obviously what promotes. Serkiera, UK Ball up 1 place, that's Eduardo, Tyree, Tom Dock, and Dominic De Benedetto, with Daniel Castro retiring on the final lap of the race. And that is it in the United Kingdom. 25% of Silverstone is done. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's Fuji next. So if it is, then we'll see you then. But yeah, we'll see you next time when the WEC returns. Have a good day.